Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with the second part of the what sold. I think there's $3,100 in sales, if I'm not mistaken, for this period of time. This is the, like I said, the weekend portion. A lot of good stuff here, good variety. I always like to sell and diversify the business, try to buy and sell all different kinds of things, because then it helps if one market's a little bit slower, you can kind of move something to another area and make some money. So I'm actually out in the garage and I'm going to show you guys something. That's a trailer somewhere buried in here. That's my father-in-law's trailer, but we bought a bunch of stuff just recently. $1,200 worth of one buy from Storage Unit Guy, then another buy from him for $400 a week later, and a bunch of other stuff is just piled up here right now for storage. I got to get through it and get it all listed. So I ended up spending $1,200 just because one guy that was there wanted to, I guess, basically shoo me away from the stuff that he wanted because he thought he was a bigger fish in the pond, so to speak. So he told Storage Unit Guy that he should have first dibs and everything. I went and told him that nope, this is my pile, this is what I'm getting, and we ended up coming to a deal. And I think I just overpaid a little bit, probably got a little bit too much ego involved, and I'm still gonna make money, just not as much as I would have wanted to, but just to prove a point that like this guy wasn't gonna push me around. So literally, it was one of those cases where get your hand out of my cookie jar like kind of came to fruition. So not that I'm proud of overpaying because of ego, but maybe sometimes that's okay. So I don't know, maybe you guys have been there before. You've paid just because you didn't want someone else to have it, or like I said, he was kind of saying some things about me under his breath about how I'm not, I don't want to say good enough, but didn't have the money, didn't have his buying power. So the Storage Unit Guy should give him first dibs and everything, which I thought was really lame since I already built this pile up of stuff that I wanted, and he was trying to dig through my pile, and that's how it all kind of started. So there's a longer story to that, but that's what I have now. But hope you guys enjoy the content. Let me know if you have any questions. Hey everyone, we are back with the sales for the weekend, Friday through Sunday. I think we have 33 sales in total. A couple are not here though, they'll show up in the next clip, and then one big one I'll show after this clip too that I need to pack up, but it just won't fit on my little table here. So a good mix of stuff. As I always tell you guys, this is why I diversify. This is why I sell pretty much any and everything I can find, because the more stuff you have, the more different niches that you're in, niches, whatever, you're going to be able sometimes to find sales. And if one area is kind of slow, you can still make some money. So we'll go ahead and get right in. I had a couple clothing items, which this is probably the one area I kind of stay away from the most now, just because of the time and the how kind of, I guess, oversaturated most of the clothing markets are. But some stuff I still pick up is sports stuff. This is a 49ers Pro Line starter thing. It's kind of beat up, has some wear and some stains, but it sold for $24 shipped on a best offer. 49ers have had a good season, so that kind of helps. And here's a little Harley, kind of like thermal looking long sleeve shirt that sold for like 25 shipped or something like that as well. I think it was $4 or $5 at a thrift store. So probably more than I would want to pay for that. It's taken a while to sell, but I'm happy to get rid of it. I think I paid $5 for the 49ers. I'd still buy that one again just because I'm a sucker for sports stuff. Los Angeles Stussy hat. This one ended up selling for 25 shipped. It was 50 cents at a garage sale, so happy to get rid of that. Some more of the Decon kind of rat stuff. This is the green pack one. 4 of them sold for 80 shipped. I have like 2 more of these, and I'm almost done with all of it. It's been an amazing buy. You guys have seen it in the other videos, so look out for it if you can find it. A Sony Walkman Sports. This one, what doesn't? I guess it doesn't, like the FM works, the AM doesn't work, something like that. It sold for 14 shipped, as is for parts. I think I paid $2 or $3. It was a return once. I said I think it both worked, but it turned out like only one of the radios worked and then the other part didn't, so then I relisted it and sold. Some media, Linda Ronstadt CD, this sold for 10 shipped. That was from the big CD buy. Same with this Band on the Run, Paul McCartney. This sold for like 14 shipped. GTA 2 sold for 10 shipped. Greatest hits. Not a great valuable game, but happy to get rid of it. Michael Jackson, The Experience, is sold for 10 shipped in about a day. I listed mine 10 because it's kind of got a messed up case, but this sells pretty well. This also sold in a day. Burnout 3 Takedown for 10 shipped. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I think it sold for 14 shipped or something like that. And this DVD set, Good Neighbors, sold for 18 shipped. It has like tape all over it, but the discs are still in good shape. Like I said, 18 shipped. This is a cool buy. I went to this bargain outlet store, and I found a couple of things there, and they had all this HP page wide ink. I've never heard of it. Um, this ink was, it is expired in 2018, I believe. They had it at $14.99, but I found a couple that had a $5 price tags on them. I asked the lady what she would do. Could they be $5 or $14.99? She said they weren't even supposed to be $5. They're supposed to be 10. I told her, hey, you have like 10 of them. I'll buy them all, or 12 of them or something. I'll buy them all at $5 each. And she asked her manager, and the manager said yes. And then I bought them all, or whatever it is. And then I sold one today for 120, the first one. So I left the price tag on there, just a reminder for me to tell you the story, guys. At certain places, it's worth it asking if they can give you a better deal. Don't be afraid to ask. It doesn't hurt. Worst thing they say is, hey, we won't do a better deal. That's the best we can do. But sometimes if you buy in bulk, they'll give you a better deal and you can save some money. So it is brand new sealed. That's sold for 120 shipped. This is a cool buy, this Panasonic phone. It's a brand new open box. Kind of see, it was 15 bucks at a garage sale. Sold for like 110 shipped or something. Took about 3 weeks to sell, but awesome deal there. Happy to get rid of that. Another one of those ones where I asked about a price. These are a bunch of Joyce Meyer audiobooks. There's like 20 something, I think, in the set. I think they were listed at like, or they were being sold for anywhere from $3 or $4 each at this thrift store, Savers, that I go to. And some of them were half off, like a third of them were half off. I went to the guy and said, hey, you have 20 something or whatever of these. If you'll do all of them half off, or like maybe they were $2 each. Somehow I was getting them like for $1 each. And he said, yeah, if you buy them all, I'll give you the deal. I'll make them all yellow tags. And so I bought them and got them half off. And then this sold for like 90 shipped. I think I ended up paying like $23, $24 or something like for all of them. So maybe it was $1 each. And they sold for 90 shipped. Again, this is one where originally they would have been more money, but I went ahead and asked for a discount because some of them had a discount already, and they gave me the discount, and that ended up being a great deal. Here's a Game Boy. This one doesn't work. I got it from one of my sources. I paid $10 for it with some games and some other stuff. This sold for 30 shipped, as is for parts. This is from the $1,600 worth of stuff we bought. The $1,600 buy is how I usually call it. This sold for 14 shipped, this little Genesis game. Another cassette from the cassette lot, Insane Poetry, Grim Reality, sold for 18 shipped. It sold within like 5 minutes of me listing it, so I probably really messed up on the price on that one. I was surprised it sold instantly, but at this point we're making money anyway, so no complaints. Here's a Siemens, the Siemens, I forgot what, STM8. I forgot what it's for. Line voltage, I guess. I don't know. That sold for 40 shipped. It came in a big electronics and tool buy that I had a while back, so that was awesome. This little Yoshi was just in a big lot of toys. It came with some video games I had bought, and there was some like Nintendo toys and some McDonald's toys in there. I pulled him out, and he sold for like 12 shipped by himself, and will still go first class, so that was cool. Another one of those sealed sci-fi books. This one sold for 100 shipped, and the person who bought this one just bought another one for 40 shipped, so we'll probably see that in the next clip. I won't pack this one up yet, but I paid $2 each for those. She wanted 3, offered her 2. I bought 11 of them, I think, for $22. We've been making a killing. You guys have seen it in the other videos. We're probably at 400 and something, or almost 400 and something, and we've sold like 6 books or something, and we still have a bunch left, so we'll be doing really well on that one. One of my last Nintendo game packs, I keep saying that, but every once in a while I find another box of them. This one sold for 55 shipped on a best offer, so that was cool. This little guy, I think, sold for like $23, $24. I don't know. It's a little Wii controller. It came in a buy with some video games from Storage Unit Guy. It's gold, listed it by itself. This Brother Ink, I think, sold for 30-something shipped. I don't know. I'm starting to forget the prices. It was $3.99. I never took this price tag off at a thrift store. I think I also got 25% off, and that sold for, like I said, like 30 shipped, 30-something shipped, somewhere around there, 20-something shipped. Still a good deal. I sold my last Makita charger for 49 or 48 shipped. I think I bought 2 of these for $30, $25. I think it was 30, 15 each. It was one listing. They're kind of beat up, but 49 shipped. I'm okay with that. This actually sold, this little Rudolph Hallmark Red-Nosed Reindeer. This sold actually after Christmas. You guys are seeing this, and this video kind of is dropping, or this happened actually right after Christmas, the video. But you guys are seeing it probably way after because I'm behind on my uploads. But this little guy, so Christmas has already happened a couple days ago. This guy sold for 25 shipped. He does work. He was $2 at a thrift store. They had him at $3.99, but it was half off all Christmas stuff. So he bought him for $2 and he sold for 25 in like 12 hours. So even though it's not Christmas is already over, sometimes it's good to have stuff listed because people will buy stuff right after that they want to have for next year. A little Care Bear here. Forgot what the name of it is. Got these little hearts here. 20 shipped on this, something like that. I've been selling these Care Bears. I paid like 50 cents to $1 each. I think I bought 20 of them. And I've been selling them anywhere from like 17 to 25 shipped, depending on which one it is. So just goes into a mailer and it's on its way. Star Tours gun, I think sold for 25 shipped. This is the Han Solo blaster. This used to get like 38, 40 shipped every time I'd sell it, but it's really dropped in price. But if you can find it, that one still does well. You can put cosplay in the title. This is a Spider paintball gun. This sold once before to some guy on eBay who didn't read the description. I said it was for parts, and he said he bought the wrong one, which probably means he didn't realize it was for parts. Sold it again, I think, for 35 or 45 shipped, somewhere around there. So hopefully this time the person actually read it and there's no issue. If there's any issue with this one and it's returned again, I'm done with it. I'm not going to list it. I'm just going to throw it away. I'm just not going to mess around with it again. This is a ornament. I'm not going to take it out because with one hand, knowing me, I'll probably break it. It is by Fiji. You can kind of see Fiji there. The winter window, I believe it is, and it has like Santa on it. You see on the screen. That's all for 25 shipped. It came from a recent storage unit guy buy. We spent $362 that day, bought a bunch of stuff, but there were a couple ornaments in there, and this one got 25 shipped. And then last two things, we'll do the Witcher ones last. This is a Marion Power Shovel, 100th anniversary edition, like little manual here. This sold for 25 shipped or 30 shipped on a best offer. It came in a fill a bag for $3 at a library sale. Always look for manuals, guys. I feel like that's my go-to thing because I sell so many, but so many of them are valuable, especially machinery like this. Cat ones, Bobcats, things like those ones can be even better than the car ones if you can find them. So definitely look out for those. And these Witcher books, these I think I might have underpriced them. There are 7 of them. I paid I think $7 for them from my source. We'll call him. I usually call him Josh. And 7 of those, and then they sold for 80 shipped within like 5 hours of me listing them. The last ones that had been listed like this were selling for like 45 plus $8 shipping, something like that. So I thought 80 was kind of on the high end. There weren't a bunch of comps, and I probably should have listed them higher. I think the movie's coming out or something like that, so that's probably why they're very popular. But 80 shipped for $7, that's a great deal for some books. And that's also why I don't sleep on books. I told you guys that before. So I'll pack this up and then I'll show you guys what else sold. Hey everyone, back with the final sale for not the final sale of the weekend. I guess there's still a couple more to come, but the final sale tonight that I'm packing up. This is a Bijan from the 80s, like wall hanging. It looks like swans or geese or something like that. I don't know. This was from Storage Unit Guy. When I first saw it, I thought it was 2 separate pieces because this was disconnected. Turns out, I guess this is actually broken. So when I bought it, I just thought it was 2 separate. Didn't really pay enough attention. Threw it into my bucket. Of course, no one told me. He didn't tell me anything. He said, "Oh, that's super valuable," but I'm sure he just looked up the name. Got it home, found out it was broken. These things, if you have a nice one, they have different styles. Some of them can go for easily $150, depending on which one you have. This one would have been probably 100 and something easy, but I didn't. It was broken, and I ended up listing it anyways, and then it took a best offer of 80 shipped on it. It's kind of heavy. Obviously, it's awkwardly shaped. You can tell it's, kind of big and bulky here, but it's very flat, which is nice. So at least you're not paying for a huge box. But I'm going to get this packed up. I'm also going to send the guy a message, and this is something I do sometimes if I have something. It said it's broken in the condition, and the listing clearly shows it in the pictures. I'm going to send a quick message when I pack this thing up to the guy and say, "Hey, just a reminder, wanted to hope that you guys saw that the item was broken. It clearly described it in there. If you have any questions, let me know. If for some reason you overlooked it, please let me know before we ship out the item." It's just something I kind of do as a little bit of thing on certain particular items, just to make sure that everybody knew what they were getting. If it's an iPhone box, that's just a box, I won't do that. But if something like this, where it's a bit bigger, kind of a bit bulky for me, I don't want to have someone buy it and make that mistake, so I'll send them the message just on top of that. But again, this sold for 80 shipped. Hey everyone, back with the final sales from the weekend. This is one of those books. I sold one this weekend as well for 100. The same person offered 40 bucks on this one, and we took the best offer on that. Again, paid $2 for that at a garage sale. And then the Wu-Tang Forever 2 cassette set here sold for 30 shipped. That's from the big cassette lot. So we'll get all these packed up.